This is Lagoon Radio.
Very beautiful morning to you, wonderful listener, all over the world. I hope you're getting along with the day. And of course, it's the weekend. I welcome you to another episode of newspaper review on Lagoon Radio. My name is Olumakaiye Ajadi, and I have my colleagues here in the studio. I have Sandra in the studio. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And I have Shegun. Good morning to you, Shegun.
Good morning.
Okay, and I have Chimeze. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, don't forget that you can be part of Lagoon Radio family by simply downloading the Lagoon Radio application on Google Play Store or iOS, and also following all the social media platforms on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, Twitter and Instagram at Lagoonradio.Ng. We are currently live on Facebook and on YouTube, Lagoon TV. That is just the simple way to be part of our Lagoon Radio family. So today being the 25th day in the month of February, let's go straight to the newspaper that we have for you today. And on my table, I have this Nigerian newspaper. On the front page is the terrorism. Bandits kill 1,992 kidnap. Beg your pardon, let me take that again. Bandits kill 1,192, kidnapped 3,348 in 2021, says El Rufai. Spends 21 billion naira on security in Kaduna in 7 states. Yes, all the story, you get it on page 5 of this Nigerian newspaper. And 7 killed in armed robbery attacks on 4 banks in Edo. You get the story on page 6. And amid Russian bomb, global outrage, fear grips Nigerians in Ukraine. We hear bombs, sounds of shells from our homes. Representative committee leads team to evacuate student orders today. You get the story on page 4. The old word, especially Nigerian, we're praying for Ukraine right now because we have a lot of our people there, a lot of our children schooling in Ukraine. We are praying for God's mercies and protection to be over their lives. And let's go to the next story that I have here. A confusion in Lagos College over alleged abduction of student. You get that on page 6. Page 6, and another batch of 466 terrorists surrendered to military in Borno. Okay, the story is also on the newspaper, this Nigerian newspaper, and I think and court order interim forfeiture of 2 Abuja property linked to. Okay, you get the story on page 5. Grab a copy and read through.
All right, I have Al Jazeera Friday. Yes, on the front line page, we get Ukraine. Federal government order aircraft to of citizens. Let me read it again. Ukraine federal government order airlift of citizen. You can get that one on page 8 of that. CSOs brand the anti-Emenfe group over blackmail. You can get that one on page 2 of that newspaper. Kaduna government desperate to the
Kaduna government. Have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen it. Thank you so much. Kaduna government desperate to govern to cancel trimmed lifts projects. You can get that one on page 25 of that newspaper.
Wait, let me clarify that. Kaduna government debosses grant to council through LFTAS. Through LFTAS program. Yes. The story is on page 25.
Of that. All right, still continue on that. Child friendly justice. Child friendly justice. Nigeria among 6 countries to benefit from EU grant. EU grant.
Yes, grant.
Yeah, you can get that one on page 29 of that newspaper. Ministry MFF considering link treatment of
Falcons at
Falcons
Abuja
at
Airport.
Falcon Airport. You can get that one on page 27 of that newspaper. NECO 2021 WAEC, that's SSCE examination, over 78% of candidates made credit in English and Maths. Wow, that's a nice one. You can get that one on page 9 of that newspaper. Fuel import grant 1.4 billion dollar in 2021 CBN. You can get that one on page 13 of that. APC not threat in Akwa Ibom, says Rep. You can get that one on page 16 of that newspaper. I think that's all on Friday. Al Jazeera. That's Al Jazeera Nigerian Friday. That's all for that.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Yes, with me, I have the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And I have this to be the most prominent content there. Fresh opera in APC over party chair. It's on the 5th page of that newspaper. And it continues. Bandits kill 1,192. Kidnapped 3,348 in Kaduna. This is from El Rufai. It further says terrorism in Northwest more lethal than Boko Haram. Well, it continues on the 19th page of that newspaper. 7 killed as robbers attacked 4 banks in Edo State. I think I saw the video yesterday too. It was so brutal. It's on the 27th page of that newspaper. This is from Kayode Fayemi. Unbridled partisanship, inflammatory remarks, threat to Nigerians' unity. Well, Yoruba will say, "Bari alewi," like if we don't see, we will not talk. So whether inflammatory remarks, partisanship, unbridled partisanship, as according to Fayemi, whether it's causing unity or disunity, it is what people see that they will talk about. That's the fact. So if you are doing something bad and you think people will not talk about it because of unity, forget about it. We can't continue like that. That's the truth. Well, it may be personal to me, Sha, but this is what I could read through from what Fayemi says. It's on the 5th page of that newspaper. MTN, Mafab pay $273.6 million each for 5G license. Okay? It's on the 7th page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Court orders interim forfeiture of 2 Abuja properties linked to Okorocha.
I am happy.
What's the meaning? What's the meaning?
Can you imagine this
happy.
guy?
What's the, is it because of your car?
He looted Imo State dry.
Exactly. Yeah, I just wanted to say the same because it's from Imo State.
Fine, he might have done that, but is he the only one?
He's not the only one. At least we are beginning to make sense. He looted Imo State dry. I'm happy.
It's just because of the issue he has with
not only issue. You know, how can in the kind of politics we practice in Nigeria, a wretched man will come to governance, and after 8 years or 4 years,
You become a very rich person.
He has everything.
He has everything. In fact, almost half of the state belongs to him.
Okay.
He will buy private jets.
But yeah, I think he's not the only one.
I'm not saying he's the only one, but I'm happy that the law Well, if we can sustain it, my brother.
Who are the lawmakers?
You know why I said, is he the only one?
He's not the only one.
See, the fact is this. Of course, I understand the kind of politics we practice in Nigeria. Okay, what happened during... last week, we saw... I read the news. They are trying to probe Aregbesola. Do you understand? Or maybe is it 100 something billionaire?
But
the thing is this:
his own is we soon bust.
Wait, whether bust or no bust. What happened in Zamfara State? The deputy governor that was impeached. Is it Zamfara State?
Yes, Zamfara
Yes,
State.
that's right.
Why did that one? See, I said something that if people don't see, they will not talk.
So
The
exactly.
thing is, when something is wrong, it's been a while we saw an APC chieftain being probed. That's the truth. So I'm not saying what is happening to him is wrong, but the thing is, if we can maintain our standard, we want to have a corruption-free society.
Exactly.
Let it be cut across all
Across.
and not those that are
Not being selective.
Exactly.
But at
Exactly.
least
So
I'm happy for that one. He looted Imo State, right?
Oh Jesus!
Chief is just
Don't worry. Your brother, who's Odima, will soon be in that shoe.
But he has a case before
Oh,
he became
I think
a
he's
governor.
all because when
all
you
of
look
them.
at then at the end, we will now start talking about EFCC. Now start going after them. Even the one that putting in the law in place, are they not still breaking the law?
That is it now. They tell us corruption. At the end, the
lawmakers.
last government. No, the last government will be better. That they will say, I will fight corruption.
Corruption.
This one came to Imo State. He said Imo must be better. He gave us a song, Imo anthem. Imo must be better in our time. But he looted Imo State dry. He said he built 27
No,
general
but he's
hospitals.
still working.
He built 27 general hospitals. He said he built 27 general. But go to Imo State round. The only two that are working, one was taken over by the Air Force.
Okay.
That's the only.
It's been maintained by
But-
the military.
They took it over. Go to Ngopala or the local government. Even the one in his local government is not. Is in fact is a bunk now for all these hoodlums. Is the where people.
His
to
own
go
local
and
government.
His own local
That's
government.
he even fail his people.
He failed his people. He
That's
built
where
a
the problem
private university there.
That's where the
But
problem
Imo
is.
State government has taken it over.
That's where
That's from Imo State, where it is well. I know when the time comes, we'll get to know more. Buhari not in touch with current reality, says Afenifere. Well, whether I think to an extent they are right, because yet they don't believe something is going wrong in the country. Like some things are not in place.
He has
Like,
done his best.
He has done.
He said he
has. Even when he's still in office, you said he has done.
That's what he said.
Do you want to impeach him?
No, he said he has done his best.
That he's
He
just
accepted.
resting now.
Yeah, he has done his best.
That's his best. That's the best he could do. Okay, no problem. You will recommend another candidate to us now.
He's
So
our
let him
choice.
continue with the legacy. It's on the 4th page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, but this one is sad and so disheartening. Putin begins his war. I love that. His war invades Ukraine. If you are familiar with the current situation in Ukraine, you will know it's a war against humanity.
God is a merciful God. I'm telling you.
Because
if men were God, I would have killed Putin.
you personally,
Me personally, if I am God, I would have killed Putin. You see people dying. What is your problem?
Conscience.
You just
You're not thinking about souls.
that's not even what I want to talk about. It's so annoying that even the people of Russia that we could say they voted you in, they are against what you are doing.
that is the problem of staying longer. Putin has spent more than 15 years as a president.
As a president.
He keeps on changing the constitution. So that it favors
maintenance.
So that is it. That's the one of the president of Cameroon. He became a president before I was born.
So the problem is not only for African.
It's not only in Africa.
They
These
only tell us that
states.
it happened in Africa a
happens.
lot.
Putin has been there for years, and that's why a
15
lot of
years.
in Russia.
No.
like
Very-
Cameroon, their
something
president has
very
been there since
aggressive.
1982. Paul Dia, you saw him during the Nations Cup. They had to walk and go and give him trophy to present. The man that was standing, he couldn't.
Must you? God, why are we like this
but
now?
what is happening? Because now
It's wickedness of man.
won't
That
be
is what is
tagging it
happening.
Africa now. You know, before
it's not
people
only
tag it African.
Russia is an imperialist state. You know, some of those states they are too powerful and wealthy. You remember Ukraine was still part of Russia before when they were Soviet Union and the rest of them. So he is trying to overtake the territories, and God is a merciful God. And after many years, he will die and leave the territory that he's claiming
to another generation. Will continue with war. But God, anyway.
Well, the story for this says over 50 killed. If you don't know, over 50 killed. Ukraine president declared martial war, calls on citizens to fight. Jesus. Bidding to freeze Russian assets in US. Anti-war protests erupt in Russia. Thousands arrested. I think they are protesting against the government. That's in Russia. Federal government evacuates Nigerians in Ukraine. Oil price rises above $105 per barrel. That's $100 per barrel. Well, I think once people detriment is on people's growth, it is well. 7 sounds, 18. You can continue reading that Putin story, that Ukraine war. It continues on the 20th page of that newspaper. 7 sons, 18 others applied to be Supreme Court justice. You know, I don't know those ones that failed the exams. It is well. On the 18th page, it continues on the. Of course, it's so funny.
That you talk about.
No. Of course, I saw a news on that. Of course, they failed the exam. It's on the 18th page of that newspaper. On Electoral Act, what will become law today if Buhari signs 119-page document? And that one says, I think it's we have a cause, then we have an effect, and the effect are these rather: 5 million naira fines or 2-year jail or both for INEC staff refusing to disclose party membership. 100,000 fine for or 12-month jail or both of holders inducement. I pray it works. Now law now. To make it effective. Now it be matter. Parties shall hold special convention or nomination Congress to rectify consensus candidate. It is well. All this jungle news, it continues on the 25th page of that newspaper. Grab a copy of Nigerian Tribune newspaper and be informed. Nothing now. Like the producer is just looking at me. Have I taken your time to that extent? Don't mind me.
Well, on the Punch newspaper, on the lead story, stranded Nigerians send SOS to Buhari, demand evacuation. That's on Russia and Ukraine. I don't call it Russia-Ukraine war. I call it Russia intimidating.
No, it's Putin Ukraine war. Because the Russian people say they are against what the government is.
It's not even war. This is wickedness. Well,
war against humanity.
Federal government fails to provide timeline for evacuation as Ukraine shuts airspace. Experts slam government for delay as Nigerians in invaded nation, writes Buhari. Yes, sometimes you have to be proactive on this. This has been building up, and the federal government never acted. It was until yesterday when the bombings were heavy started that they were saying, and they released a statement yesterday. They say if you can't protect yourself, go to the embassy.
I saw the news too.
And this morning, it's been reported that explosions has been heard in Kiev. That's the capital of Ukraine. So. And some people are in a hotel pleading for their government, and there is no way a flight can enter.
Never,
because it first started with aircraft.
They have shut the airspace, so no plane can enter again. Even no plane can leave. Hey,
Jesus.
Nobody.
So
that's so.
Well, bring back Nigerians in Ukraine. Reps tell president.
That one a grammar.
Story for the girls.
Story for the girls.
They are in Abuja now.
Make me not say there no talk.
That's so now. $500,000 $10 bribe. Appeal court dismisses 2 counts. Jails Farouk Lawan 5 years. Pregnant housewife fakes kidnap. buys house with ransom from Facebook lover.
Okay,
That's on page 5 of the Punch newspaper. Many things they happen. Mob stones Lagos task force lynchings officer for impounding motorcycles. Page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. No, seriously, the activities of this Lagos State, both LASMA and in fact all of them, they are becoming very wicked on the people.
I saw a video yesterday. The state government has told them that they shouldn't arrest.
It's not
You
their
understand?
job.
You know what the man did? You just enter into one man's vehicle. Maybe he has done something, but of course, the man did not stop. He just started carrying the man along. The other man was calling everybody he knows that, hey, I'm in so vehicle. We are heading towards somewhere like this. The man was just moving. He was saying, I didn't do anything for you. Just entered my head. Let me be calling you now. The video is on.
The ones at the Broad Street, this CB, they are busy. Those ones, they are perpetrating evil there. They are just wicked.
Those
the CBD there. You will just, because you didn't turn like
turn
this.
well. Descent turning, descent turning.
Those guys are very, very. The state government should look into
and
that.
enough,
those people, they are very, very wicked.
And the funny thing, you want us to have a free flow of traffic. And mind you, you will be the ones
causing
creating
the traffic.
issues there. Like it's insane. It's
Lagos state government should wake up, and those guys, they are. In fact, they are criminal minded.
I think I even saw one when he stopped one. The man was like, "What have I done?" He said, "But you know what you do." No, like I didn't do anything. Say wind down. Why will I wind down? As the other one was saying, like, okay, or find something. I'm blocking road. Okay, allow me to clear. Do you know that for 30 minutes I stood there watching, and they are causing news, they are causing serious traffic on the road.
That they carry them, they move.
That video was also funny.
APC discussing zoning presidency to South, says El-Rufai. That's on page 10 of the Punch newspaper. Buhari ignorant of Southwest infrastructural problems. Afenifere, page 24 of the Punch newspaper. Yes, Naira loses 10.6% of value annually, says IMF.
No, it's not new.
Legislative aides accuse National Assembly management of diverting 25 billion naira. Billion naira, 25 billion naira.
Okay.
That's on page 17 of the Punch. Fuel shortage, pilot error caused Okpebi fatal helicopter crash. AFB report. And still on the Punch newspaper, police arrest Ogun housewife who killed husband with hot water. Be warned though.
What's the meaning of that?
Page 5. Oyo may produce APC National Secretary. Governor's plan meeting. Page 41 of the Punch newspaper. And I won't exceed 2023. I sworn by Quran. President Muhammadu Buhari.
People,
they
should remain there.
No, why is he tired? No, don't worry. We'll vote him. He should sit down there. Is his bet right? No problem. I'll vote him. Now my great president. I love him.
Sandra.
I love him.
Okay. I better be careful. May they not steal you for there. I'm not part of that.
Is that all?
Yes, that's all on the
phone. Okay, thank you very much. And let me quickly run through the Blueprint newspaper and where Chimeze stopped. Let me say, those who swear by holy books must not abuse public office, says Buhari. Yeah. And inaugurate CBN branch, power plant, orders in Nasarawa, louds Governor Sule's achievement. The story is on the front page of the Blueprint newspaper and continuation on page 6. And as Russia-Ukraine crisis worsened, federal government prepares special flight to evacuate Nigerians. You get the story on page 6. Yes,
special.
And we have APC chair Buhari never endorsed Adamu. Okay, you get a story on page 8 and on page 5. And power surge claims 2, injures 3 in Makurdi, and a Fidelity Bank. Okay, I can see that very well. So, husband kills cousin over sexual affairs with wife in okay, I don't know the state in Loring. I can see the story very well, but it's on page 13 of the Blueprint newspaper. newspaper. And the Nigerian not benefiting from soaring oil prices says Suka Osaka. I can see that very well. You get that on page 23 of the Blueprint newspaper. Yeah, this is how far we can go on today's newspaper review. Thank you for being part of today's newspaper review on Lagoon Radio. And don't forget that you can be part of Lagoon Radio family by simply downloading the application on Google Play Store or iOS. Yes, everywhere you go, we are there with you. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Chimize. Thank you, Shegu. Join us next week, Monday at 9:30 when we're bringing you another episode of the newspaper review. Stay connected to Lagoon Radio and don't go anywhere.